If losing weight was as easy as just eat less, we'd all have it figured out by now. So why isn't it working? Today, I'm breaking down the missing pieces those viral calorie deficit videos completely ignore. You've seen those videos everywhere, calculators flashing, promising just cut 500 calories and watch the weight melt off. Simple math, guaranteed results, right? But as a registered dietitian who works with real people, I've seen firsthand why this oversimplification equation fails so many. Today, I'm revealing 5 critical truths those calorie deficit videos never mention, and sharing what actually works for sustainable results. Your metabolism isn't a calculator, and by the end of this video, you'll understand what truly leads to lasting success. Let's break down where this 500 calorie deficit rule comes from. The idea is that 3,500 calories equals 1 pound of fat. So if you eat 500 fewer calories per day for a week, 500 calories times 7 equals those 3,500 calories, you should, in theory, lose 1 pound per week. Which sounds simple, right? Well, our body is way more complicated than that simple math equation. Let me break down how we burn calories throughout the day. We have our total daily energy expenditure, which you might hear called your TDEE. And this includes our basal metabolic rate, which is our BMR. The calories, just to keep the lights on, as they say, these are the calories that are burned at rest to keep us alive. And then we have our non-exercise activity thermogenesis, also called your NEAT. These are the calories that are burned from daily movements like fidgeting, moving your arms when you're talking, and little chores. Then there's the thermic effect of food, or TEF. These are the calories that we burn from digesting our food. And FYI, protein has the highest TEF. And then we have exercise, which happens to be the smallest amount of calories we burn per day, but these are the calories that we burn from our scheduled, our planned workouts, whether it's lifting weights at the gym or going for a run. The problem is when you cut calories, your body adjusts. Just subtract 500 calories and lose exactly 1 pound per week. It's that simple.
According to this chart, if we want to lose a pound a day, we have to burn twice as many calories as we eat.
Except it's not. The idea that weight loss is just calories in versus calories out oversimplifies how your body actually works. Your body adapts. That's why you might see fast weight loss at first and then hit a frustrating plateau, even when you're doing everything right. And one major reason is that your metabolism slows down as you lose weight. This is that metabolic adaptation. When you are smaller in size, a smaller body requires fewer calories, so our BMR drops, often around 10% with a 10% weight loss. Our NEAT also decreases, and your TEF may decline if you eat less. For example, a 10% weight loss can lower your NEAT by up to 500 calories per day, and that perfect 500 calorie deficit, it doesn't stay perfect for long, as our body unconsciously conserves energy. And if you lose weight too quickly, our body pushes back even harder, slowing metabolism more than expected to preserve energy. Basically, your body goes, whoa, we're in survival mode, better hold on to every calorie. But here's the good news. This metabolic slowdown isn't permanent. If your progress has stalled, your body might just need a little time to stabilize before you see results again. Have you ever noticed that after a few weeks of dieting, you start craving your favorite foods like crazy? That's not a lack of willpower, it's your body's natural response. When you drastically cut calories, your body responds by altering key hormones, like ghrelin, your hunger hormone. It spikes, making you feel hungrier. And then there's leptin, your fullness hormone. It drops, reducing that feeling of fullness, so you may never feel truly satisfied. That out of control hunger after a strict diet is not just in your head, it's biology. Your body is wired to avoid starvation, so it might push you to actually want to eat more. And here's the kicker, weight regain isn't just common, it's the norm. Research shows that most people regain 1/3 to 2/3 of the weight they lost within a year. Have you ever cut calories only to feel ravenous later? Drop me a donut in the comments if you've been there. That 1,500 calorie meal plan that worked for your favorite influencer, it might be all wrong for your body. Let me explain why this one-size-fits-all approach is setting you up for frustration. I always say, eat for your body, not somebody else's. And I actually shared this on my Instagram recently, and it sparked some great conversation. We are all different in a million ways, which means we each have different nutrient needs. But my biggest frustration with these diet videos is they act like our bodies all function the exact same way. And that's just not the case. There was a research study where scientists tracked over 1,000 people eating identical meals and found something fascinating. Each person had wildly different responses in their blood sugar and other markers. And genetics plays a role too. Take the FTO gene, often called the obesity gene. Research shows that certain variants of this gene can make it easier for some people to store fat, even if they're eating the same as others. This is another thing that explains why we all respond differently to similar foods. And let's not forget about sleep. This is the metabolism disruptor that almost no one talks about. Just one night of poor sleep, which is less than 6 hours, increases your ghrelin levels, the hunger hormone, and decreases your leptin levels, your satiety hormone. In real terms, what that means is you're going to feel hungrier and less satisfied after your meals the very next day, even if nothing about your calorie intake changes. Other critical factors these videos never mention include that age affects metabolism significantly. Our metabolism can slow roughly 2 to 3% per decade after 30. And how about our hormones, especially our thyroid, our cortisol, and our sex hormones? Medication, many have weight-related side effects. Stress levels, which promote abdominal fat storage, or medical conditions like PCOS or hypothyroidism. That's why two people following identical calorie deficit plans can see dramatically different results. Your metabolism isn't just unique, it's as individual as your fingerprint. How frustrating are those videos of influencers showing off their donuts and their ice cream that fit their macros? Now listen, as a dietitian, I am all about food freedom. Have that donut or have that ice cream, or in my case, those kettle chips here and there. But these videos miss something huge, how your body actually processes different foods differently. Here's a story for you. My client, let's call her Lindsay, was obsessed with tracking her calories. She was using an app, and based on her app's little equation, she should have been losing weight. But after months of meticulously tracking, the scale wouldn't budge. Turns out she was eating a lot of fast food and quick convenience foods and very little fruits, veggies, and fiber. So when she came to me, we took a completely different approach. We ditched the obsessive tracking as gently as possible and focused on food quality. Berries, oats, salmon, sweet potatoes, real foods that actually nourish your body. And not only did the scale finally start to move, but she felt better. Her skin looked better. Her digestion was better. She had more energy. It was amazing. And research emphasizes this as well. A study found that people eating ultra-processed foods consumed 500 more calories per day than those eating whole foods, even when they were told to eat the same amount. So why is this? Because ultra-processed foods don't seem to trigger fullness in the same way. Instead, they light up your brain's reward system, making you just want to eat more. They're usually lower in protein and fiber, so you don't stay as full as long. They can disrupt gut bacteria, which affects hunger and metabolism. Your body isn't a simple calorie calculator. It reacts to what you eat, not just how much. And while we're talking about whole, real foods, I've got something super exciting to share. We have Thrive Nutrition RDN canvas grocery bags on sale in the shop on my website. I love them, and I would love if you supported me and support small businesses. So I'm dropping the link to purchase them in the description below. And I hope to see you in the grocery store with one of these next. So what does work? Here's what the research actually supports. The SMART approach. Sustainable deficits. The latest research backs up what we've always known. Moderate approaches work best. Aiming for a calorie deficit of around 15% below your maintenance calories, give or take, is much more sustainable long-term than drastic cuts. Mindful prioritizing of protein. A 2022 meta-analysis showed that consuming 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day helps you preserve muscle and keeps you fuller longer, better than other macronutrients. A whole foods focus. Fruits, veggies, nuts, grains, seeds, better satiety, fewer cravings. Realistic and individualized approach. What works for you, not your friend, your spouse, or your favorite influencer, that you can maintain and sustain long-term. And tracking habits, not just calories. Studies show that the most successful weight maintainers are the ones who track their habits and make changes they can maintain for life. In my years as a dietitian, the people who succeed aren't the ones who are obsessed with calorie math. They're the ones who create habits they can actually maintain. So while those viral videos aren't completely wrong about needing that calorie deficit, they miss the complex reality that we're all metabolically different and our body adapts and changes. So before you go, here's your action plan. Prioritize whole, nutrient-dense foods. Include protein and fiber at every meal. Track how your body responds beyond just calories. And the biggest one, give yourself grace. Progress is not linear. And if you want personalized support, a registered dietitian is your best bet. Now that you've got the real scoop on calorie deficits, let's take this a step further. Check out my next video on the top weight loss mistakes that keep people stuck. Click the video on your screen right now. And I can't wait to see you over there. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive. Your metabolism